Okay, I couldn't have made that couldn't happen at a better or worse time. Let me see if this is any better. That's a little better. Let me see what we got going on here. I knew I was gonna forget that. How y'all doing? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. I'm trying to get everything in frame. Yeah, there we go. Now she out of the meeting. Jeez. One second, y'all. Meeting is over?
Yeah, that one is.
Okay, I'm live.
Oh.
I literally just went on. How we doing, y'all? Good to see you. So, as y'all all know, let me see who in the house first before we get right in cracking all up in it. What's going on? Who is that? Jameson. Let me take this off so I can see somebody a little bit more clearer. Give me 2 ticks. Let me see. Let me try to. There we go. There we go. All right, Callie homesteading with Pooh Bear. Now I can see. What's going on, y'all? All right, KLP, Donna, Julie Atkins, main course encouragement. Hey, main course. Light in my cigar. Francis Green, Nighthawk, Melissa. God, this is going too fast. And for the person that told me how to slow down my chat, it don't work that way. I know how it's supposed to go. It don't work. All right. But thanks for the advice, but it don't work that way. I mean, it works, but not in the greenhouse lounge. It don't work. Just check out the chat. You will see what I'm talking about. How y'all doing? Let me see. Liana, Smalden 1. Okay, Rural Roots, Texas. Okay. Now I'm gonna just jump right off up into it. How you doing, main course? Sharon Compton. Who was in my video while I was canning today? Anybody? I'm gonna get me some tea popping, y'all. Because what's up, Ant4 Barbecue? What's going on, bruh? Now, you see what I'm rocking right here, right? I'm trying to get my tea popping. Oh, it's starting to caramelize. For people that wanted to know about cream sugar or cream honey or crystallized honey. If you wanted to know about it, here's some right here. This is crystallized and it's going cream. I left this in here on purpose. There we go. If you're gonna sweeten it with something from the heavens. How's everybody doing tonight? If anybody was in my my live earlier, I stopped doing a whole bunch of lives, but today is necessary. How you doing, Angela? It's good to see you. I ain't seen you in a minute. How many people are having problems with their lights? And this is what we're gonna do before I get in there, because I know this can go down the alley real fast, and y'all know I don't like going down them alleys. Don't start no conspiracy stuff. I just don't do that. Okay? We're gonna talk facts, and we're gonna talk reality. I don't want to talk about werewolves, vampires, and Loch Ness Monster. I don't want to talk about none of that. So one thing that we do know, that we've been known for a long time, is the new technology is coming out. Don't say it. We just going to say, give me 5, okay? The high 5 is coming out. And I don't want to do no conspiracy on that. Don't do that to me. I might have to ask you to leave, okay? So the high 5 is coming out. The facts are everything is about to change. The facts are everything is about to change with the high five at the beginning of the year. Old technology will be useless. I don't want to talk about nothing else. Ever since we've known that, but just recently when it's everywhere now, it's in the news, they're telling you it's about to pop off, right? Everybody I talk to, lights are flickering like this. Your internet might go out for no reason, or your house lights go out for no reason. I'm not saying one is connected to the other one. Hey, New Orleans Gardener, how you doing, man? I'm not saying one is connected to the other. I'm just saying that they will have to use the same technology that's in our technology to run this grid. So I see how easy that was. We didn't talk about spaceships or flying monkeys or nothing. They're going to be using the same technology that we're going to be using in our everyday lives to run their businesses and corporations. So, with that being said, we know the problem, we know the situation. Now let's start talking about solutions. Today, I was just getting warmed up. I didn't get a chance to show y'all my canned goods. I was just about to pull them out of the Presto and everything. I couldn't show them to you. That kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. Matter of fact, it didn't hurt my feelings. I was in here cursing up a storm because I really wanted to show y'all the finished product. Matter of fact, while we at it, let's get some finished product. Finished product. This one is cool enough. Get some finished product. That's what we was canning earlier today. All right? Look at that beauty. That's beautiful. So, I wasn't able to show y'all me pull it out the pot and everything. That's what I wanted to do. Anyway, with everything going on, the lights are slowly dimming. What was that? EcoFlow. Somebody said EcoFlow sitting on the Bourgeois wireless chart. Get out of here with that. Don't cut it out. Cut that out. And what? I do it all the time and then what? Cut it out. So, let's talk about reality, not nonsense. What are you going to do? See how easy that was to talk about something ridiculous that won't affect that person at all. Let's talk about what are you about to do? Because my lights went out and were out for quite some time. But look what I did. I pulled out all these generators. You see, they wasn't in the kitchen before. They was in my office, right? I had to finish canning. So I had some stuff to do. Pull these generators out and get it popping. Finished up my canning. You know, it was still daylight, but still I needed my lights over my oven and stuff going. I'm telling you. Look, Gina, don't do that. We don't want to talk. I'm going to take that off, okay? I'm going to take it off because that's you don't know. You don't know what is happening. We just know that is happening. We don't know what they doing. We don't know. I don't want to start that because all it takes is one. And then we down that alley. Don't want to do that, okay? We already know, like I said, let's talk about the solution. Let's talk about, forget that. Let's talk about your solution because this is going to affect you, not them. What are you about to do in your house? That's all that matters right now. Oh, I forgot about my lemon. Lemon or lime, y'all. Lemon or lime. Lemon or lime. What should I put in this tea? Lemon, fresh off the tree, or lime? Fresh off the tree. Lemon or lime. Voila. Lemon, lime, lemon. Let's do them both. Let's do them both. Just the lime. Ooh, that sucker juicy. That lime is so juicy, boy. See that? I'm gonna squeeze that down in there. Ooh. Because I want to stay focused and stay on this subject. Fresh Meyer lemon, right off the tree. Y'all watched me pull this off yesterday. Ooh. Fresh lemon, fresh off the tree, family. I'm showing you what I'm doing about the situation. I'm gonna just put them peels in there and let them soak. Light it up and soak. Okay. So, what are you about to do? Do you have a solar power generator? Do you have a solar power generator? I got a couple of things that you might want to add to your prepping game. Number one, I showed y'all this and I give these away all the time. It's just a little 250 watt heater that works with your solar power generator. It's only 250 watts. On low, it's 122 watts. And on high, it's only 250 watts. I love this thing. Watch this. It got a safety button and everything, so if you knock it over, it'll cut off. I got it plugged into my Jackery right now. Here, it's plugged into the Jackery, and it gets really hot. You'll be surprised what 250 watts will do. That'll heat up a small room really fast, and it will not drain your solar power generator. That, I'm gonna put everything I'm about to show you down here in the list after we done. Do you have refrigeration? I'm not talking about your big giant house refrigerator that'll use your solar power generator up in the first 30 minutes to an hour. Do you have 12 volt DC refrigeration? Like the, thank you, Mama, daughter, sister. 12 volt refrigeration, like the Bouge V 53 quart, 43 quart, 30 quart. And I got some more stuff to show you refrigeration wise. Bouge V, we're gonna have a Bouge V day. And I'm not gonna say it because we got a lot of stuff going on right now. Stick with me. You see where I'm at? With all the stuff that was going on, somebody trying to pretend to be me the other day. All I'm going to say is we're going to have a Bouge V day. Okay? That's all. So, everybody know winter is coming, and it may not be extreme. You'll win if it's not extreme. You win. What if it is extreme and you didn't get ready because you gambled on, it might be all right. Number one, cheapest thing on the planet. You see these at from the window to the wall all the time. You see these all the time. They like $2 to $3. This right here. $2 or $3. Go grab a handful of them and put them in your cart. This is nothing but like a little fleece blanket. You're gonna need these. They don't right now, while people sleeping on them, not literally, but you dig what I'm saying. While people ain't thinking about these, you need to be going to get you some of these. Because if it get cold and your power go out, ain't no excuse for that. Now, I'm gonna show you this real quick. I always forget this. Every time we do this, I forget this. Let me see. If we have to buy one and get out of all of your generators, which one? Okay. Look, which one will it be for you? Which one will you pull out for you? You listen, let's not worry about other people and what they're doing. What would be your decision? What you got going on? That's what this is all about. We ain't gonna live vicariously through other folks today. Today we need to figure out, do I got some holes in my preps? Do I got some holes in my preps? Okay. So, solar light bulb, please. What does that mean? Electric blanket. Let's stay on task. Electric blanket, 12 volt, DC, takes up no energy. I'm gonna plug this in to the jacket right here, and let's see how much juice it uses. Right now I'm at, let me see, 7 watts is being taken right now. Let's see what it goes up to when I pull the blanket on. And it's controllable. I'm gonna put it on. Let's just take it straight to high. It'll help if I cut it on, right? All right. Right now, shoot. Oh, I ain't cut it all the way on. There we go. 16 watts. 16 watts. 70 watts. Nope, 42 watts. Wait a minute. Let's try that again. There we go. 30 watts. 37 watts. I can feel it heating up in my hand. We ain't got to keep going there, but all you need to know is heated blanket, pulling about 40 watts. If you got a 500 watt generator or a 300 watt generator, do the math on that, okay? That's over 10 hours. That's over 10 hours of warmth. You and the family either get on top of it or get up under it, get in a small room or a tent in your house or some shelter. Boom, you good. You good. I'm just throwing some stuff at you and giving you some ideas. That's all. I'm gonna put everything in the description below, okay? So before we done, now I got one more for you. Zero. Now, my friend Bert Richardson, Be Rich, he said, Led, he hit me up, said, Led, hey man, check this out. And he showed me this, and look at this box now, I'll toe up. He said, hey man, look at this. I said, man, I've been having one of them for years, now I don't even use it. Y'all ever see one of these? You see them online all the time. And they seem like they fake and corny. This is what I use at work. Now, the one I have at work, it's messed up. But it's all dirty and busted and scratched and scraped. Probably got a little bit of onion juice in it. But I had another one that I keep in my car, in my truck rather. This is nothing more than a miniature hot plate. It do more, it's right, like a lunchbox, but it get hotter than a lunchbox. This can cook some food. What's the thing? Oh, a slow cooker. All this is a slow cooker. DC, you can either plug this into your DC port on your solar power generator, or you can plug it up. Okay, but most of us are really interested in this. So this literally boils water. This will boil water. I've done it. Matter of fact, I use mine so much, and you got to keep pulling it out because it'll overcook your stuff. You will come in there to a crunch cake, and you used to have a meatloaf. So this is not a fluke. They really work. It's that simple. Okay? If you can find one from that store, is it a 12 volt though? That's the part we need so it'll go in that solar power generator without using so much energy. I'm putting links down for all this stuff I'm talking about. Yes, I will be. So, my thing is, my lights went out today, and I was sitting there thinking to myself, thank you, Lord. Thank you. Because at first I kind of panicked. I'm still talking, and I keep repeating on the screen. That's crazy. Y'all gone. I grabbed my iPad and everybody was still in the chat for a while. It wouldn't let me wouldn't let me log back on even after my data kicked in on my phone. It's gonna be a cold, dark, weird, creepy winter. Guava. I'm just saying. I know a lot of people ain't ready. A lot of people still think it's a joke. A lot of people think it's a game. I'm not here to even try to. How can I put it? My urgency to scramble people is dwindling. And this is why it's kind of dwindling. Not that I don't care. It's like so many people just like to hear or see somebody else do something or listen to somebody else talk, and they ain't really interested in trying to save their families. Those are some of the people that I've told y'all before. Some people have no interest in canning, prepping, stocking, nothing. They have interest in feeding off of somebody else. It's going to be a lot of leeches, without lack of a better word. It's going to be a lot of leeches out here. And leeches can turn dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Leeches can turn dangerous because if they don't get what they want, if they get desperate enough, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm just going to say this. How many 70s, 80s, 90s babies do I got in the house? 70s, 80s, 90s. We can even say 60s, no, 70s, 80s, 90s baby. You can even say the beginning of the 2000s. 70s, 80s, throw it up, because I'm going to need to know what that is so I can judge. 70s, 80s, 90s. Mama, daughter, sister, I know. Me and you, right? Like, shh. All right, Trina Fields. Right. Okay. Somebody said me. Ain't nothing wrong with the 60s. I'm going to listen. For what the point I'm getting to, the 60s is almost kind of like the beginning of this. But we saw it worse. We saw it bad in the 70s. It was horrible in the 80s and the 90s. Let's talk about it. Does everybody, we ain't gonna say the word. Do everybody know, listen to me close, okay? Does everybody know when the crinkle hit the streets? Huh? The crinkle epidemic of the 90s and 80s, the crinkle epidemic, don't say the word, but you dig what I'm saying? When everybody was still in, hey, Granny Karma, how you doing? I was up to see you. Does everybody remember that was like the night of the living dead, right? Every now and then we see one on the news. The whack. Thank you, mama, daughter, sister. When it was the whack epidemic. Don't say the real word. The whack epidemic hit the streets. Now, we saw it in the 60s. We saw it in the 70s. But the 80s, 90s was a nightmare. I lived through that. And I just got done almost crying in front of my daughter yesterday, telling her how blessed we are to even be here because we made it out of that. It was a war zone across the country. We were literally at war with the whack epidemic. And most of us lived in the hood where you couldn't escape it. I told my daughter stories last night that she has no clue because she was a little bitty baby. She wouldn't even knew what sparked us to move to South Carolina. I told y'all the story. I was walking my baby to school one day, and then this car that was running in front of my house long story short, end up having a victim in it. Once I called the police to come check this car out, because everybody know from up north, if you live in a big city, you know everybody's cars, thousands of cars in your city. You know everybody's car. You even know some people's footprint in the snow. Tell me I'm lying when I know I ain't. Where Frugal Nurse Homestead at? You know I ain't lying. You know who footprint this is in the snow. I don't care. We better than a detective when it comes to who car that is, who footprint in the snow that is. We know how many people they with. We just don't be throwing snowballs. We be paying attention to the snow to be like, somebody went down this alley and they don't look like they came out, so this is a jack move. Let's go the other way. Tell me I'm lying when I know I ain't. We just don't be walking all willy-nilly up north in the snow. You follow footprints, and those footprints better tell something. Or I'm turning around. You ain't going to the party? Nope. Not to get jacked. So my point is this. When the whack, because I was about to go somewhere else. When the whack epidemic hit, it was literally like a Night of the Living Dead type movie. There was zombies everywhere. We're going to call them zombies, whack heads. Lord help me, I'm sorry. That's funny, but it's not. It was whack heads everywhere. And whack heads was like zombies. They start out on whack. And they might be, listen, they could be your cousin, they could be your brother, they could be a high-powered CEO, they could be one of the richest people in the world. We've seen it. Our entertainers. You start out on that whack, it'll make you one of the craziest, weirdest people on the planet. And you get so desperate at times that you do desperate, horrible stuff. We all got somebody in our family that dibbled and dabbled. Imagine how desperate they were, busting through your windows while you sitting there asleep to take your VCR and your big booty TVs. TVs wasn't little flat screen. TVs was furniture. Listen to me, family. Television sets was furniture. You needed 2 or 3 men. They used to have moving truck dudes to come bring you your TV. Do you hear me? You didn't just go pick one up from Best Buy. No, you scheduled for that to be delivered with 2 dudes or 1 dude with a pallet jack. Can you imagine somebody so desperate breaking through your window, cutting their hands and everything else up and don't even feel it, strong enough from desperation to pick that big giant floor model TV up and leave out the same window without making a peep? You in there sleep like a mug, but some whackhead come through your window. He squeezed him and the big booty TV, the floor model, out the window. You can't even explain this to the police. Like they became magical, like gnomes or something, you know? like crack elves or something. If you catch one, you get 3 wishes. If you catch one of them, you will get 3 wishes. My point of all of this is saying, can you imagine that again? I never want to live through that again. Never. You know how many times me and my wife got robbed while we was in the house? Do you know how many altercations I had to go through because some fool trying to creep through my window? Some of y'all don't even know. My point is, if you don't feel me, I'm telling you the truth. Some of those movies y'all see on TV is real. They just depict. Listen, the names have been changed to protect the innocent, but them movies is real. So my whole point of all of that, I did go a little too far because I start feeling them emotions from last night telling my daughter we would have been dead by now. My whole point is this: that desperation is about to happen again. But you ain't just gotta worry about people that wanted to party and dibble and dabble, or somebody that got slipped a Mickey and, you know what I'm saying, ended up all messed up. You ain't gotta just worry about this small group. Even though it was zombies and whackheads everywhere, it'll be nothing compared to the desperation of now, because it's so many more people that don't believe that nothing is happening. So, if it's way more people that's unprepared, you will become as desperate as them 1980s, 1990s, 60s, and 70s whackheads and smackheads. You will become that desperate. Hey, whole new perspective. Yes, a coworker had a home invasion. Scary. Let me tell you something. I ain't even new to that. I never want to deal with it again, but I ain't even new to it. So I'm telling you right now, some people don't even believe in protecting themselves. I know how that go. I understand. I'm with you. If that's how you feel. That's not me. I totally believe in protecting myself. All of the way. Chaka Khan. And I'm going to leave it right there. So, are you ready for that? You ain't got no power. You ain't got no food stored up. You ain't got no fuel stored up. You don't know how you going to stay warm. You know how easy it is to pick you off. If you already struggling, think about it. Even when you plant in a garden, the first trees and plants to go is the ones that's stressed out. If you have an aquarium, the first fish to die is the ones that's always stressed out. When you got a chicken and chicken coop, the first one to end up dying is the one to get picked on, the bottom of the pile, the pecking order. Literally, the pecking order. That's the one that dies first because everybody picks on them. If you are already weak in such a horrible, demanding, desperate time, you're going to be the first to go. People always say, no, overweight people going to be the first to go, or disabled people going to be first to go. How many people done heard that? How many people heard that if it all go down, the first people that's going to go is overweight people and the elderly and disabled? How many people have heard that? I'm here to tell you that got to be the biggest cockamamie slop that I've ever heard. The first people to go. I don't care how fit you are, how young you are, how smart you are. The first people that's gonna bite the dust is the ones that ain't ready and the ones that can't defend themselves. You can sit in a wheelchair and not have no legs, but you got about 12 friends that's going to help you. You dig what I'm saying? You got about 9 buddies, 9 mini buddies that's going to help you. Or maybe sometimes you roll with a crew and you rolling with about 17 of them. You might extend your crew and have about 30 crew deep, if you dig what I'm saying. Them people is going to have a minute or two to back somebody off. Whether you ain't got no legs or you disabled, you can't move, if you can hold that thing up, you gonna get a couple of them off you. You may not win. And that's what I keep trying to tell people. You may not win the fight, but you gonna take a few of them with you. You ain't gotta win the fight. You just gotta let people know that this ain't gonna be an easy target. And once some people figure out this ain't an easy target, that might save the rest of your family. Like, this house right here ain't gonna be simple. Let's get rid of the simple ones first. I'm telling you, it's the art of war. You don't go running into a war where all of the firepower is aimed right at you. It's common sense. You don't run into the bullets. You run or you look for where's the weak points at. Even when you swimming, where's the weak water at? I can't swim against the strong current. It's common sense all throughout life. So if I'm your current and you can't swim against me, you gonna try to go around and do something else first to get your fix. Right now, if you plan on getting taken out first, keep on talking about some you scared to can. Keep on talking about some you have not started storing no food. Keep on talking about some I don't know what a Mylar bag is. Keep on talking about what is an oxygen absorber. Why do we have to have beans? What kind of rice? If a person is asking those kind of questions every time I do a live, you better tighten your game up, because I don't know if my light's about to go back out. You don't know if your light's about to go back out. Now, they said the high 5 is going to hit on the first of the year. The high 5 kicks in at the first of the year. All old technology will not work. They're telling us, we ain't guessing, this ain't no conspiracy. The real reality is they're telling us, okay, if you got this old medical life alert system, it's not going to work. You're going to have to update. If you got a jitterbug phone, it's not going to work. If you too cheap to upgrade I ain't going to say that. That's wrong. I ain't going to say too cheap. If you have not upgraded your phone to the latest phone, don't say that, D1. That's why I'm coding it. We going to call it the high 5, okay? Because people start seeing that and they go wacky with that word. So, that where they're telling us that stuff is not going to work around the first of the year. They're telling you there's about to be some major problems when they say that. Because think about it. Every time they start something new, like say they changing your water main down the road, the man come knock on your door and tell you, hey, we changing the water main down about a half a mile, so you might want to boil your water, cut your water off and boil your water, go get some bottled water, right? Don't he tell you that? Your first thought is, I'm not using that water at all, because I seen y'all when I passed coming to the house. Y'all already started working. You just getting to my house. So the water is already tainted. They're telling you that now that the first of the year, which is just a little over a month away, a little over 30 days away, they're knocking on your door telling you, okay, we're going to give you a high 5 in about, 6 weeks or so. They're already working on it, meaning your system is already glitching and tainting like it's doing now. Think about it. My lights every single day, I'm going to say now it's up to about 2 to 4 times a day. This. And we going to just hang out. You'll figure it out what it is. Then my lights will be just cool. Then later down the day, it'll flicker. And some days it'll do this. Boom, it's gone for maybe an hour, 2 hours. Now, the question is, now it ain't a question. It's almost like you start getting used to it, right? So you start making plans like, okay, don't plug up nothing serious, and you better download your video and hurry up and make sure you got a backup to your video or backup to what you're about to download or backup to your information. Because if the lights go out and interrupt your download of whatever you doing in life, it'll be pushed out in no man's land somewhere. That's happening. It's not a maybe. That's what I heard. It's literally happening. My wife lost some information she was downloading the other day, a week or so ago, because it happened right in the middle while she was downloading something. I was making a t-shirt Power off. What do you go from that? And the pattern is halfway in, halfway out the machine. What do you do? So, don't say that. Why everybody so desperate to say that word? Thank you, mama, daughter, sister. Thank you. Red dot, please. Thank you, my sister. So my question to you is, are you ready? Because y'all saw live today, my lights went out. What state is it? It's across the world, bruh. Or ma'am, whatever. What did I see? Eve, it's around the world. You know why? Why I got somebody said why I got to speak in code. I'm gonna tell you why. This ain't about monetization. Everybody keep thinking I talk in code all the time for monetization. That's not why. Because everything right now in the world is so doggone sensitive. Words, people get offended for everything, that you might say something that triggers one person that feels offended, and if they are the nephew or niece to the uncle or the CEO of blah, 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 it ain't about the money to me. It's about the message won't get out. So somebody was talking about some why I always talk in code because I ain't real or something like that. I hit that. It ain't that. That person is dumb. Y'all seen Dave Chappelle when keeping it real goes wrong? Everybody seen that little skit. If you haven't, please go see it because it's the truest. You can keep it so real that you silence yourself. Even if you are the most knowledgeable person, you can keep it so real that the only person you're going to get your knowledge out to is the few homies around you that kind of think you nuts. You'll end up being that one dude like, I'm going to tell you what they do with bacon. Okay? Huh? The man, he made the bacon. You will end, all your homeboys think you the nuts. You the nut job. But the information that goes out to the people that really feel you won't get out to them. And they won't be able to share this knowledge. So I speak in code so I don't offend people. Because, look, man, me wearing a red shirt just offended somebody. And it's just a comfortable shirt to me. But this shirt, just the color of this shirt, offended somebody. If I change it up and put on a blue shirt, it's going to offend somebody too. You can't win. So all you can do is kind of try to tiptoe around and secretly spread your knowledge or seeds. You understand what I'm saying? You did. Somebody caught that. Thank you. Who just did that? Thank you so much, Courtney Taylor. Said thank you for keeping the truth going. We are picking everything you're dropping down. Thank you so much. Appreciate all the great things you're doing to help us throughout these perilous times. Blessings from the Taylor family. All right, Taylor family. Lead Farmer 73 family loves you back. Thank you for that. Thank you. So I'm going to end this with this. I have a channel, I have a platform, and I try my hardest to use it to help people. At first, I was using it for me because it was fun. But once you reach a certain point, you got to ask yourself, the people help you get to this point. How do you give the people something back? Because everybody know it was just me. I'm planting these cabbages, and that's all I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about controversial stuff because, that'll get you knocked. But it's ways around that. And people need help. That's why I keep pushing people to start your channel. Get your channel started. Thank you for that. Who was that? Michelle Hand. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I really do. If you keep keeping your knowledge to yourself, how is you helping your brothers and sisters? It's easy to tell me what I'm doing wrong and what I'm doing right. A lot of people don't like me. I get it. That's fine. You know, it's up to you. But my only thing be like, yo, if you don't like me, I don't have a problem with that. The only thing I have a problem with is if you don't like me or like what I'm saying, please tell people. You get a platform. You tell people something. Let them know your side of the story. Everybody ain't got to hear my side, and I'm never all the way right. I'm wrong a lot. So tell those people. Thank you, gatekeeper. Thank you. Spread your knowledge. Start your channel, and you tell people what it is. And you'll quickly find out this ain't as easy as it look. Okay? But I do this so I can help as many people as I possibly can. That's it. Because I don't got to do this. I could be doing one of them videos where they jump off the roof into a frozen pool, break their spine bone. Those get millions of views. Them kids get millions of views. Or one of them dumb pranks, and they're going to mess around and okay, somebody going to make their head whistle if they keep doing some of them stupid pranks, but they get millions of views. That's not why I'm here. I started out having fun, but now it's like, listen, we got to come together. If my platform brings in people so we can all help one another and stop fighting against one another, that's all I want to do. Because it has gotten to a point where we out of options. We out of choices. It's like going to school and the teacher been telling you to practice for this test all semester. Research for this test all semester. Then you see up there on the chalkboard, you know the exam is next week. Now you trying to cram 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 months of knowledge, reading, studying, absorbing said knowledge, research, and putting the knowledge to use in some ways, because everybody in the medical field know you just don't study. You got to apply everything you just learned on some kind of cadaver or some kind of animal. How do you cut this? How do you sew that? How do you understand what I'm saying? How do you put that splint on? You have to put said knowledge to work. That's the only way you're going to pass. You can remember it if you got one of them kind of brains, but now show me how to do it. I said that because right now the test is coming. The test is on the board saying the exam is next week. All this stuff going on, they keep telling us, not just on the local news, but we telling each other. Right? We telling each other like, yo, I heard something that don't sound right. The exam, okay, let's put it like this. If you keep on hearing something to the point it makes you sick, you have to stop and check it out. I'm going to tell you this right here. Most of my knowledge on certain things like movies is from word of mouth. I don't watch TV that much. I got tired of hearing jokes, puns, memes, and simple conversation that's pertaining to the freaking Squid Game. Thank you, Tenderfoot. Thank you. I got tired of hearing about what is this Squid Game everybody keep talking about. The reason I do research on stuff like that, if I keep hearing it, is because this, whatever it is, might be something that could hurt me. So everybody like, hey, you see them Squid Game? Man, right? And I'm like, what? Yeah. No, what? Uh-huh. Nobody telling me nothing about the Squid Game. I finally tried to start watching it. I get it now. So if you keep hearing things, you should at least investigate. If you keep hearing stuff about the high five, if you keep hearing things, we ain't gonna do that fur, okay? Because so is Walking Dead, but it's informative, right? See, don't write things off as evil. Or guess what? You can learn from evil. See, everybody always start naming stuff. Evil, evil. You can learn from evil too. Cut it out, Joe. Okay? You know what you learn from evil? Don't do that. And then for the people that's calling it evil, guess what? We ain't too far from that right now. Let's take the G word down, Anthony. Take them out of we ain't gonna hit them with no hard questions. Okay? No hard words. You good, bro. My point is, you're a fool if you just write off an evil person, or you just turn your back against evil. That ain't what you do. No, you study that. You study your enemy. You don't just say, that's my enemy, I ain't dealing with that no more. You study your enemy. If evil is your enemy, you study it to make sure how to stay away from it, because evil is cunning. Evil is smart. Don't ever think evil ain't smart. I'm not even going to get into the book. Evil is smart, or it wouldn't even be around. Evil is cunning. Evil is manipulating. So for you just to say that's evil and turn your back on said evil, evil will attack you, because evil has no morals. They don't care about the don't shoot a person in the back kind of thing. No. It's evil. You keep evil in your sights and you study it. Don't be a fool. That's like people saying, during the whack epidemic, they ain't gonna run me out of my neighborhood, when you the only house left. Every other house in your neighborhood has turned into a whack house. You dig what I'm saying? It's time to pack up. It's time to retreat. Now, if it was still 6 families left on this block, y'all got a fighting chance. But them whackheads ain't playing, they zombies. And if you that last house left on that block, listen, my people, y'all know I'm from Toledo, Ohio. My people in Detroit, y'all know what I'm talking about. All the abandoned houses in our city, everywhere. Some people like, I can't stay. The reason why we have so many abandoned houses in Ohio and in Detroit is because I'm not staying there by myself. If you got hundreds of whackheads and it's just 2 families left on the block, we got to get out of here. We got to retreat in the daylight, because nighttime whackheads is nocturnal. You know what I'm saying? Whackheads is like roaches. This is what I learned as a young adult and a child. Whackheads are like roaches. If you see one in the daylight, it's a whack house around here somewhere, full of them, all up in the walls. You dig what I'm saying? So if you keep seeing horrible stuff that's happening at decent times of the day, there's a bigger problem somewhere close by you. You have to either hunt that that horde out and exterminate said horde, or you need to start making plans on retreat, a quiet retreat. Because whackheads is also, all right, Toledo, all right, Oregon child, you already know what I'm saying with that Oregon, yeah, organic child, you already know what I'm talking about. A quiet exit. Because whackheads is like vampires. You don't wake them up. You don't wake them up. You tiptoe past them. Or they'll get you. Even the sweetest children. If they, hey, all right? All right, live for change. So my point is, through all of this, we gotta start helping each other. We gotta stick together. And all the people that ain't down with helping out or sticking together or trying to get up on something. Thank you, Jessica Jones. Thank you for so much. If you ain't down with trying to boost up the community with, I'm not asking for anything. I'm not asking for money, subscribers, nothing. All I'm asking you is to get yourself together. I have never asked for subscribers, not one time in all these 12 or whatever it been, 12 or 13 years I've been on here. Never. I've never asked you to like or subscribe. Never. Never. Because if you like what you see, you will. That's how I always go with it. To each his own to do. There's no problem with that. But all I ask people is to gain knowledge, absorb knowledge from as many places as you possibly can, and then spread that knowledge within the group. Spread that knowledge. All right, Gina and guest, thank you so much for that. Thank you. Spread that knowledge, because I'm going to tell you, the way they're going to get you is dumb. Ignorant people go first. Unprepared people go first. Period. You get got first. If you go to Chicago, I don't know, I ain't been to Chicago in a long time, but that was my stomping grounds. If you go to Chicago, looking up at the buildings like this, taking pictures, when cameras was like this, chit-chit, chit-chit, ooh, look. You a sucker. Because everybody in Chicago, even the ones that ain't close to you, can smell a sucker 5 miles away. Like somebody is looking up at the skyscrapers taking pictures. Payday. While you looking up, somebody ripping your pocket off. Right, you rewinding with your rechargeable, not rechargeable, what was it? Your disposable camera. You looking up like and acting like you don't know where you at. I've been on both sides of that map. Always walk like you know where the hell you going, even when you lost. If you from another city, walk through that new city like you know exactly where you going. You know how many times when I moved to Atlanta, true story. When I moved to Atlanta, I was walking through that city like I've been living there. I was born there, right? I got on a MARTA bus. I don't know where I'm at. And I don't know where this bus is taking me. I don't know nothing about it. I don't know how much it costs to get on the bus. All I do is I put about $10 in the I sit down like I know what I'm doing. Cause where I was, anybody from ATL, Atlanta, I was coming off of MLK. You don't be on MLK Boulevard acting like you don't know what you're doing or where you going, where you coming from. If you like looking at a map, there go the big chicken right there. You in Marietta, there go the big chicken. So if the big chicken is right there, we supposed to be going. If you do that, you done, son. Done. Walk through this world like you know what the heck you doing. Walk through this world like you know where you going. And you go. I tell my kids, I told y'all this before, I always told my kids, walk like this with a mean face. Walk real fast. You know, walk fast in one direction. Never come back that same direction. If you come back that same direction, do it across the street. Never come up the same sidewalk on the same side of the street. They're going to think you lost. Walk like this. Walk real fast and kind of walk with your chest out. You know, walk real fast. Make a lot of noise with your feet like you're stomping or you stepped on something, but you just don't care. Walk and just be looking like somebody just pissed you off and they ain't, look, do that. They're going to look past you. Like, this mug crazy. Look at this mug right here. Hey. Look at this dude. But if you come down the street walking all slow and like, where's my Uber? That's the world we about to live in. That's the world we about to live in again. If you've never lived through what I'm telling you right now, I just gave you straight game. If you don't know what game is, I just gave you some survival knowledge. Because that's what's happening now. I live in a decent neighborhood, but our cars get broken into every night. Everybody's. It don't take but a couple of years to $500,000 houses turn into whack houses. Imagine that. Every whack house or drug den used to be a wonderful, lovely home once upon a time. Think about it. Think. Wasn't always a whack house. One whack house that I know from back home, I know the lady that used to live in it. I'm going to say her name because she, Lord rest her soul, Miss Kwiatkowski. Lived in the Polish village. Miss Kwiatkowski, house beautiful. Beautiful. But before I moved out of Toledo, whack house, 2000, son. Don't pass that house at night. Manicured lawn. I remember she used to be on her hands and knees pulling weeds out of her grass when I was a kid. And to grow up and go back home to visit, to see is now one of the creepiest, scariest houses in my whole neighborhood. Amazing. It don't take but a few years. And that's what's happening right now. The reason I keep using that scenario is because that's what's happening now. Look, family. It's been 2 years with this bull we've been dealing with. Over 2 years. Have you said that with your mouth? I need you to say it out loud with your mouth so your ears can hear it on the outside of your skull. It's been 2 years. Say it. It's been over 2 years that we're either wearing or not wearing a mask, or we are either even thinking about it one way or the other. 2 years. To the point now is normal. Look, remember litter used to be plastic bags? Now it's masks all over the place. Masks all over the place and gloves. Sanitizer, you ain't sure if this is sanitizer or slobber. It's stuff all over the place. We got a whole nother situation going on. 2 years. Say it with your mouth. See how quick that happened? I'll never forget the day. When I heard on the news they have just released the cruise ship that they said people are getting ill on. They're going to let that come ashore. I don't know if that was ground zero now. I'm just saying. I remember like, oh, Lord, no. What? Can't we send them some sandwiches or something until we figure out what's going on? They on a cruise, right? They got swimming pools and stuff and entertainment. Let them stay out there for a little while longer until we figure out what's going on. That was 2 years ago. when those cruise ships was out at sea and everybody was on them getting sick and talking about, so we're not sure what's going on. Dude bleeding out the eye sockets. What? And you about to come to the, no, hey, let's talk about this. That was 2 years ago. Don't do that, Lori. 2 years ago. And here we are, and now it's normal that everything we're going through is just normal. On top of all the other crises we got. So my question to you before I get out of here, are you ready for this crap? If you ain't ready, you don't have anything to protect yourself, which I never understood. Okay, I'm going to talk about that, then I'm going to go. I know people don't believe in protecting themselves, right? I'm not going to do that. People don't believe in protecting themselves. You better cut it out. That's all I'm saying. Because I am seeing a lot of people that's changing their mind real fast as their house and cars just got broken into. I'm in the tool shop and I'm hearing people purchasing hammer and nails for the first time in their life. Like, oh, yeah, I voted against that. I said nobody should have hammer and nails. Oh, no, but now, buddy, now that it's affecting you, now that them whackheads is crawling through your windows, trying to get your stockpile, now you believe in going to get you some hammer and nails. That's what we've been trying to say the whole time. We ain't gonna say that, truth. Not the A word. Call them nails. All of them ain't lunatics with the hammer and the nails. Man, I'm gonna tell you this. I told you where I'm from. And I just told you the situations we used to go through. Where people coming in your house while you're eating dinner. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever felt that? Looking at your wife and your baby, looking at both of them like, who is this? And they looking at you like, who is this? Have you ever been asleep and hear your door open or hear your window shatter and then you hear running downstairs? The only people that don't believe in protecting themselves have never lived through that. And if you think because you live in a good neighborhood that it won't happen to you, listen, I've been on both sides of the tracks. You the first one we coming for. All this just don't stay inside of bad neighborhoods. Because all you doing is robbing one dude that don't got nothing. No, they got something. Lickety split. I just said a word I ain't heard in years. Hit that lickety split. And those is the same people think that they live in such a nice neighborhood. And you know what you hear on the news? You know what you hear on the news? This kind of thing has never happened in our neighborhood. This has never happened around here. I've been living here for 25 years. I've been living here for 30 years. Look. Change gonna come. Cut it out. You think you're gonna live in Shangri-La forever? The world changes, and you think you in the middle of some kind of little island where it won't affect you. That's our silly mindset to keep thinking that's bad stuff happening over there or over in that country or over on that side of town. We don't got to worry about that. Keep thinking stupid like that. Lickety split. Have your eyes cocked like that. But now I'm starting to see people starting to understand. You can't be walking out here all willy-nilly. You ain't got no energy, no power with the lights going out. You ain't got no food stocked up. You ain't canning and preserving no food. You ain't doing nothing. You doing nothing but waiting. You're waiting for the people that's waiting and say, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it next week. I'm going to do it when I get paid. I'm going to tell you what you really waiting for. You waiting for doom to come knocking on your door. It always happened to people that always say, something just happened. I was about to just go do this. I had a car stolen, and I'm going to say this real quick. Car stolen, I was probably 19 years old. I was just about to go lock my doors. I had a Viper alarm, chip, chip, when they was new. And I decided to sit my butt back down and finish watching this TV show. Oh, y'all know, Married with Children. Finish watching Married with Children. Now, I had just seen my car while I'm standing up. And then Al Bundy cracked another joke. I sit back down laughing. I finished watching that episode, end up finished watching about 4 or 5 different commercials. And then like, let me go out here and lock my car. All you see on the street is glass, son. All you see on the street is shattered glass, like somebody seasoned the street with your windows. That's gone. Everybody always got when they was about to do something. Guess what? The beaver ate my trees because I was about to put fencing and protection around my trees. I was about to. The sad part is, to make my feelings hurt, when y'all watch me in the backyard on my videos, you can see the fencing sitting there that was supposed to go around the 3-year-old trees that the beaver ate. Keep on slipping and the beaver gonna get you too. Ain't no coming back from that. Once you get got, you got. And right now, these are just fruit trees. You playing with your life. You playing with your life, and you playing with your family's life, not being ready, not having no food stocked up, not having no money stored away, your finances together. You playing and you gambling with your existence and your family's existence. Because if you really are the king of your castle, because I hear a lot of my brothers talk about, I'm the king, I'm the man. If you really are, your job as the king of our castle is to protect your family. If you ain't doing that, take that king part out of your title. Because your first job is to protect your family. If you ain't started doing that, take that king title out. Ladies, same thing. If you rather put on glue on nails than have some food stored away for your babies, or take that queen stuff out of, or the baddest snitch, or whatever y'all like to call it, take that out of your title. Because you ain't did it. You ain't did it. I told y'all that before. You can wear the costume. It's a difference. It's a thin line between a costume and a uniform. It's a thin line between a costume and a uniform. If you ain't doing what you're supposed to do in that suit, you ain't upholding all the rules and regulations to that suit, you wearing a costume. It's a phony. See, round this time of the year, the holiday that just passed, a lot of people dress up as a lot of different things. That's Halloween. So either do what you're supposed to be doing, or you just pretending you're a character. You're just a character pretending to be self-sufficient. A character that's pretending to be a protector. A character that's pretending to have your stuff together. You just a character if you really ain't doing it. And you only lying to yourself. You ain't gonna get no whooping for it. You ain't gonna get in trouble for it. Except for you always gonna think about it. If something happened to you or your loved ones, this was on you. Guava. So, for everybody just coming in, my lights went out today. It was out for a minute. And it just was a reminder that cut it out. Cut it out. Get your power game up. Listen to me close. I just told y'all somebody was pretending to be me. And they kept contacting a bunch of people talking about some call my phone. I ain't gonna tell you to call my phone. Everybody in here know. I ain't gonna have you call me about nothing. But I will say this. Keep watching, because I'm about to help some folks get their power game up. And a couple of other things too. That's all I'm saying. If you ain't heard me do nothing else, just don't answer nobody else. But I've dedicated myself to try to help some folks. That's all you said. I ain't saying nothing else. Okay? That was spoiled from some trolls trying to take my identity. All I'm saying is, if you ain't ready, you better get ready. At all costs. At all costs. Or you will not be able to live with yourself if something happened to you. If something happened to your loved one, you will not be able to live with yourself. You know why you won't be able to live with yourself? Because you listening to me tell you this right now. It's in your head whether you want it to be or not. Whether you even believe what I'm saying or not, it's still in your head. So if something do pop off and you ain't ready, you gonna hear my voice again. You ain't gonna be watching the video, but you definitely gonna hear my voice. And you gonna think about, I was about to, king and queen, I'm about to, or I'm a gonna. You'll see. Guava. So, I'm living proof that your lights keep going out. Our lights keep going out. I'm going to have to get rid of my doggone fishbowl, because if that water drain out on my floor, I'm going to lose my mind. It's an everyday occurrence, family. All around the city, not just my area. Everywhere I go, they be talking about their lights is flickering. You'll be in a grocery store now and the lights will flicker, won't they? How many people will see that? How many people done seen that? You somewhere else in a department store, grocery store, and they lights flicker or go out. How many people have seen that? Because I do. That's right. It ain't just me. It is not just me. Said frequently in California. We all, that's the part. They have divided us all and separated us all through landlines, but we got in our head that we're just one part. I'm just South Carolina. That's just North Carolina. That's just California. That's just Nevada. No, family, that's where we messing up. Erase those fictional lines. Them lines ain't real. Erase that, because we all a whole family together. They use those fictional lines to make you fight against one another. Them lines is fictional. And we fighting one another. We think, oh, that's California's problem. They crazy. No. If California having a problem, the Carolinas is having a problem too. If Carolina having a problem, Michigan and Ohio having a problem too. We just keep thinking, oh, that's down in Florida. We ain't got to worry about that. Keep on not paying attention to what's going on in the other sides of the map. That's going to come and bite you in the boo-boo. You will see. All them lines. Look at the map. Somebody, I'm trying to remember who asked me, Leah, why you always got maps everywhere? I'm going to tell you the secret to that. Because I look at that and I study maps. Number one, to know more stuff than we'll talk about that later. But I like to study maps to see how they divided everything that don't even belong to them. It cracks me up. So that's a symbol. That's a symbol in my life. That's a symbol in my life. So everybody keep thinking every time you see me with a map somewhere, it's behind me, around me, or something on my keychain. It's because it's a symbol of like thieves dividing up the stolen booty. You get it? You get it? I know it seemed like, where's Leg going with the map? Think. When somebody steals something, you in a gang, you steal something, right? Everybody go back to the gang house, the hideout, and divvy up the bounty. Bank robbers, everybody, they go back to the hideout and they divvy up what they stole. And they make up a fictional separation of said money. You get 10, I get 20. You get 30, I get 50 because I'm the boss. You only get 10 because you the driver. You get 4 because you just the lookout. See? They just came up with something in their head of something that don't even belong to them. That's why I like maps. Guava. If you stare at a map long enough, it'll be like, you'll just sit there like, have you ever looked at a state and be like, why didn't they just make this state straight, this line just straight? Why is it doing this? And then come in a little bit and slip out of it. It's like a bunch of thieves divvying up the stolen goods. Right? I'm just saying, don't knock me for that. It's just the truth. It's just the truth, and it's one of my crazy things I like to do. All right? I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to leave y'all alone. But family, please get yourself together. For everybody keep asking me about the maps, now you got it at the long end of this long video. If you stay this long, you might get what I was talking about with the maps. So, yeah, everybody looking at their maps now like, what? Just some fictional lines of a bunch of separated stolen goods. I'm going to say this. I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to say it anyway. Who can tell me the name of a person all right. If I was to steal something and you helped me, you didn't do none of the dirt, but you know about it and you was there, right? And all I did was give you a little money to keep your mouth shut. What are you called? Oh, you know what? Maria Warren. Hold on. God, I missed it. Hold on. Maria Warren, and Tina, this thing is messed up. Tina Dowles and Maria Warren emailed me right now. Y'all heard your name. Email me right now at lairfarmer73@yahoo.com. Email me right now at lairfarmer73@yahoo.com. I'll take either one of those answers, accomplice or the accessory. I'll take either one of those. Somebody said your buddy. Yeah, be your booty buddy locked up in the hooscow. Guava means it's kind of like aloha. It means a lot of different things, positive things. So I'm going to say that. The reason I said that is if you stole something And say you had this money, this stolen money. You did a bank job. You end up doing time for it. But they never recovered the money. You gave the money to your nephew Billy to hold until you do your bid. Is nephew Billy in trouble? I'm just asking. If nephew Billy know that what you did and you told nephew Billy to hold the money, is nephew Billy in trouble too if they find out? Now he knows, mind you, he knows. Is nephew Billy in trouble? What if nephew Billy never quite get caught and then he handed down to his son, little Jimmy? He tells Jimmy the whole thing what his uncle did a long time ago, Uncle Frank. Now his son Jimmy, knowing the whole secret and where this money and these riches and this wealth came from in their family, is he in trouble? If he don't report this? Say that go on for about 4 or 5 generations. I'm going to let y'all sleep on that. All right? There you go. Live Farm 73, I love y'all. Please have a wonderful night. Please get your stuff together. The lights are going out. The lights went out today on my video while I was canning. Get yourself together because we are running out of time. If you got some knowledge, you need to start sharing it. That's all I'm saying. I ain't asking nothing of you. Just please get yourself together because my friend can become my enemy through desperation. You dig what I'm saying? My friend, my greatest ally can become my enemy if they get desperate, meaning like a zombie. If you get bit by the desperation, now you a zombie and you gonna have to get dealt with. Don't become a zombie. Don't become a zombie. Get yourself prepared. Or you ain't no better than whackheads right now. It's no different. Every whackhead that I ever knew in my life, family members or not, you know what they always said? I can smoke this. They can't smoke it and they be out there tweaking because they weak. I can handle myself. Everybody's heard that in their family. Everybody's heard their friends say that. I can hold my liquor. Or I can smoke this and I'm good. I ain't gonna be out here putting no holes in my jeans for no. Next thing you know, you will see some of the most powerful people, loving family members and friends walking down the street. Hey, man, I ain't seen you in a week. Can I hold $1? That's the first thing. That's just devastating to you. If you don't want to end up like that right now, it ain't about drugs. No, it's desperation has the same effect. When you see a whackhead in the streets or at the gas station, you're not looking at a person. You're looking at desperation. You're looking at desperation. That's not the person. Because if they clean themselves up, you can actually meet the person. You're greeting desperation. I wash your windows for $1. Huh? What? I didn't say nothing. Oh, I got a 50 cent. Huh? What? Those. You're speaking to desperation. You're literally coming as close as you can possibly come without being dead to be talking to demons. You're literally talking to demons. Because the person that you know that used to be, you're not talking to that person anymore. You're talking to whatever possessed that person right now. You're literally speaking to a demon. When I don't talk to mugs at the gas station, I do it for two reasons. One, to watch my back. Two, I don't speak to demons. See, people always talk about, oh, I love to help this guy out. Who you don't know who you helping out. You speaking to a demon that's holding some poor soul hostage. So when you hand off your money, you're feeding the demon. You ain't helping the person. You feeding that demon. If you want to help the person, it's other ways to help the person. Don't feed the demon that is holding that person hostage. So that's just my own philosophy. You ain't even got to roll with that. I dig it. I understand, but that's just how I think. I've had family members and I've had friends, and when I had to either fight one of them or something, I'm not fighting my friend. I'm not fighting my family. I'm fighting a demon. Because my family and my close friend would never do this to me, would never say this to me, would never try to kill me. Never. And I always try to think it's like a monster movie. When the monster take over somebody and the person don't want to destroy this person because they know the person is inside. That's that 1990 and 80s era of whackheads. That's what it was, what we was dealing with. You wasn't too quick to knock a mug brains out or knock their teeth out because you like, man, I love this mug right here. This mug taught me everything I know. I'm not too quick to haul off and punch them in their mouth, but the demon wants to kill me and take everything I got. I can't let that happen. So I'm going to have to hurt my friend to fight the demon. So, I don't know. Let me stop that. I was going too deep. All right, y'all. Just please get ready. Prepare yourself. Get yourself together. This is not a joke. This is not a drill. Y'all already see it. You living it every day. Your lights is blinking. Your lights is going out. They about to give everybody high five at the beginning of next year. And all systems is going to be not fully operational for a while. Y'all already know that. They're switching from one thing to another. So all systems going to be faulty and weird and not working right. And it's going to take a long time for them to make it work right. Think about that. They're trying to put an electric motor, an electric engine into an old 88 Chevy Impala. It's going to be a lot of tweaking that's going to go on with this new system. Are you ready? Do you have backup for that? When the lights ain't going to come back on for a while because they trying to figure stuff out. Are you ready for that? Do you got enough food because they can't figure out the transportation situation? Do you have enough water because the water is tainted everywhere? I got this. Let me tell you something before I go, and I keep saying this, but we talking for real. I don't care how long this video is. This is the truth. If you do not have a dehumidifier, that's going to keep you hydrated. That's going to keep water in your home. Because I promise you, that fills up every day. And then I put it and filter it in this Berkey. That's what this Berkey is full of right now. Water that came out of the air in my house. Don't even use the sink no more. Water that came out of my house, go down into the dehumidifier, down into the reservoir. I pick that up every day and dump it in the Berkey, filters it out, and it tastes like heaven. You better start using your dang on head. Where water gonna come from? Because half of it, they talking about some algae blooms in the north. The West Coast ain't even got no water left. And the South, we just sitting on the ocean. Salt water. I showed y'all how to distill salt water and turn salt water into fresh water. I showed you this doggone dehydrator to bring water in from the sky. And I showed you how to filter it several different ways. Build your own filter, buy a Berkey. It's too many ways to do this. But if you sleep in class, you ain't gonna pass the test. I'll even show it to you. Looking for something clear. Hold tight. There it is. There it is. That sucker doing my glass. I want to show you this because I'm so proud of this. They want people spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on this right here. Watch this. Hundreds of thousands of dollars for that. You see what that is? Pure water out of the air in my home. Water that came out of this, not out of the sink, poured into my distiller, and now I am drinking what I was breathing yesterday. Guava. Did you see that? It blows my mind every time I do it because I still can't believe it. I am drinking water that I was breathing yesterday. Did you feel that? Did you hear it? Say it with your mouth. I am drinking water that was in the air like I'm looking at you right now. This was in the air yesterday. And now I'm drinking it pure. That was air. That was air. And I ain't paid a sucker for it. Now, all the fresh water we've been drinking, what I paid for that dehumidifier and what I paid for this water filter paid for itself a long time ago, months ago. Because we don't drink out the sink. Guava. So I'm just here to let y'all know you better get yourself together. Start thinking outside the box. We got everything around us. You know, I heard something today, and I'm gonna end it with this for real. We're living in one of the most incredible, blessed environments to our knowledge in the universe. If you really get deep and think about it, I said to our knowledge. And the only reason, the way I'm defining that is, it sustains life. It literally gives us absolutely everything we need to stay on this rock. He made it so it literally is a smorgasbord of everything we need and then some to fulfill every dream that we've ever had. And we just destroy it with everything. Hatred, envy, evil. The most disgusting stuff we can think of, we destroy it every day. You know what drives me crazy? When I see somebody crumble something up, throw it away on the ground. Like all these masks I see on the ground. Pick it up. It's bad enough it got to go to the doggone landfill. I look at it like this. Have some respect Not for me, because I don't care about you. Have some respect for the Creator and what He gave you. You sit here and you crumble up paper and throw it on the ground, plastic and bottles and garbage. We have turned, I'm going to take you with me because I want to make a point. I know this is dramatic, but y'all know me by now. I want you to see something. Bring you with me. Okay. Y'all see that? Beautiful, right? Y'all see that? This is my fishbowl that I had in another room until I made this office. Now, you want to ask why I got maps everywhere? Why do I like aquariums so much? Because they're a symbol too. They are literally a symbol of us. See this? They're in a bowl. They are literally swimming around in their own poop. They are literally swimming around in their own feces and urine. Their own waste, we'll call it. Only difference is they don't have a choice. Everything that happens to them is up to me. Whether they get fed, whether I clean this bowl, everything that happens to them is up to me. And this is always a reminder of I'm not no damn fish in no bowl. If I don't want to swim and walk through my own crap and garbage, I can do something about it. You keep that in your head and keep your humanity about yourself, because I don't hang around fish. Because it's a lot of these walking around you every day. The person that picks some crap up and throws it on the ground, a person just pours something out the window and don't clean it up, trash everywhere. You're a fish. Fish was put here to be eaten. You ain't supposed to name them. You ain't supposed to give them no name. They are food. You're a fish to me if you destroy my environment like that without a care in the world. You are a fish. You don't deserve a name. You are to be devoured. Sorry. There I go again with that crazy stuff. Let me stop. Everybody have a wonderful night, and I'm going to leave you like this. We don't got to live in our own crap, y'all. It's time for us to take care of ourselves, clean up our environment, stick together. Like, we need to cut it out. Or else we just nasty little fish in a bowl. We look beautiful, don't we? We look beautiful. But you don't know what's going on all of this crap back here. We don't know the full story. You just looking at the beauty. But it's a bigger story back here. Fungus, disease, all kind of stuff I fight every day. Problems. Everybody have a wonderful night. Watch your back, please, please. It's not a game, it's not a drill. Everybody, please watch your back because your lights is gonna go out. Whether you like me or not, whether you believe me or not, you'll see your lights are going to go out. It's not just happening to me. It's happening to all of us. Your water will be dirty and tainted. It's not just happening to me. It's happening to all of us. If you don't believe it, you will soon enough. All right, Lev Farm 73. I love y'all, and I'm out.